Alright guys, you see that pile of rocks behind me? That's where our next episode starts. Our next Holistic Fly Fisher episode. And we're going to teach you guys my little tricks for rock hopping. Now rock hopping is dangerous. It's one of those things that I get a rush out of because it has that much danger in it. But there are some little secrets and techniques I'm going to show you in the next episode, not this one. We're going to be on flat ground on this one. And this is my first episode of the Holistic Fly Fisher where we're dealing with body. We're going to stay on the body for a long time because mine's in such terrible, awful shape. So, that's where we're starting. And it's going to be on flat ground. You can do it yourself. I'm waiting for the trail to clear up there. I don't want to include anybody that doesn't want to be included. This is the Elm Fork of the Trinity River just below Lake Ray Roberts, and just wanted to give you a foreshadowing of the next video, which is going to be pretty intense for me because I haven't rock hopped in a while, but I really, truly, like I said, love rock hopping. Today we're going to do some walking, and walking for me is a great exercise. It's holistic. Falls into the holistic category, and a lot of what I like about it is that it's a head to the toe exercise that fly fishers, it's just like mandatory that you got to be in shape to be able to walk for several reasons, and I'll go over those as we head down the trail and just kind of swallow this whole new type of story and see how it comes out. Alright guys, welcome to the Holistic Fly Fisher. This is the first real episode after the introduction. Hope you went back and watched the introduction. This episode is about walking. Wow, I'm winded already. No, I like walking, and it's a huge part of fly fishing. If you don't fly fish, you don't walk very much, probably, unless you're just a walker. But fly fishing revolves around walking, because we have to walk in usually to spots. I've walked into spots in the high mountains of Colorado, the mountains of New Mexico, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and spent a lot of time standing on the deck of a skiff. And if you don't have core body, toe to head strength from walking or some other way, walking is the easiest way. All you need is a pair of shoes and a place to go walking. Today we're walking along the Elm Fork of the Trinity River. It's a paved path, very easy. Still have some bugs, still have some hornets and wasps and snakes and things like that, so be prepared with a first aid kit back at your car, but otherwise very safe on a paved path compared to the things we do. One of the sayings we have in fly fishing is go further than 20% of the people and you'll catch 80% more fish, and that's the truth. I've witnessed it, done it, been there, done that, and it's true. Another thing about walking is it gives you time to think, because it's not intense. You're not turning the steering wheel of a bicycle or any of those things, which is my preferred exercise for endurance is cycling, but I haven't gotten back on the bike yet because the weather isn't cooperating. It's just been too rough weather-wise here in North Texas. So if you're walking, you're lucky, because I'm trying to get this camera out of the sun. If you're walking, because there wasn't any sun earlier, you're lucky because you get to think. You can think and walk at the same time. It's not like chewing gum. Maybe you can't do that. There's a trail going down the river right there. Check that out next time. But for me, I think about one thing. I'm always alone. Are you always alone when you walk? there's being alone and there's being lonely, you know. And certainly as you age, or even before you age, for a lot of people these days in America, it's been an epidemic of loneliness, you know. People just feeling lonely and everything that goes with it. And I'm not exempt from that at all. I find myself in a weird position of being too old for the young whippersnappers and being too young for the old guys. I like to go hard, but I'm older, so that means that a lot of guys get weeded out by my energy for fly fishing. And I don't find or participate in anything else that has any kind of correlation to fly fishing for me. You know, being a photographer, I think about my career and how that went. It's not over yet by any means, but it sure is shape-shifting on me. Just like this camera is shape-shifting on me. As time goes by, I really wonder what it was all about and why I went down the hardest road I could imagine, being a professional photographer for all those years and these years. So you get to think when you walk. It may be good, it may be bad. I have friends, like I said, they're older. They're alone. Maybe their wives died unexpectedly or tragically. I have older friends that still have their wives. I still have mine. Happy about that. And those guys go through a lot, you know. When they lose their other half, it's like they lost half of themselves for some of these guys. It's very difficult. I think about those things when I walk. I know I'm going first, don't you? No way. If you got a wife, if you're a guy, you always think you're going first, don't you? Yeah, I do. Yeah, you do. Doesn't always happen that way. The best laid plans get turned, man. It's one friend of mine. I'm getting ready to go pick up some hay for him. He's had a hard time for almost 10 years now. It was very unexpected. His wife was 10 years younger than him. She's gone. Things happen, people. Things that you want to be prepared for. One way I prepare for being alone is by being alone. Just in case it happens. It's not going to happen. I'm the first one out of this game. I swear to you on that. I'll be the first one out. I didn't plan it that way. It's just supposed to be that way, isn't it? You guys can tell me if you think otherwise. Yeah, I know. I know the answer. So when you're walking, think. And when you're thinking, you can also think about nature. We're in the dead of winter right now. It's almost over here in North Texas, but the thing is there's still bugs. There's still bugs that you need to know about. Entomology, as Rob Woodruff would say. Good old Rob Woodruff. I wonder where he is now. And the bugs we see can be unique to where we are. So don't just write them off and don't just throw a woolly booger, guys. Be sure that you check out the bugs, shake out the, like when I shake out this grass in a couple of months, well, 4 months. When I shake this grass out, I'll show you. Full of grasshoppers. Full of them. So walking is holistic. It gives us a chance to think. For fly fishers, it gives us a chance to check the terrain. If we're lucky to be by the water and walking. And walking builds our strength from the ground up. And this leads to the next thing, which will be some rock hopping. Show you that. Some techniques for that. And pushing my endurance up to the next level, back to where it used to be 15 years ago. Oh no. 15 years ago, cycling, road bike. Woo. So that's coming. I've also got a lot more news coming your way. outside of the Holistic Fly Fisherman. So stay tuned for that, because it's going to get hairy. We're looking at a possibility of spending some time, a stretch of time in Central Texas coming up this spring. Wouldn't that be a trip to be down near Round Top, Texas for about 3 weeks? Whew. I may never come back. We'll see how that turns out. Okay guys, I'm at the end of my walk and I'm wasted. Which was what I expected, of course. And I hope this camera held up as far as not being too shaky and stuff, because I'm not too good at this vlogging thing yet. I hope I don't have to be too good at it. Just remember, if you're alone, you're not alone. If you're lonely, that's okay. Being lonely is better than being alone, I think. And maybe you can reach out to me and put a comment or something like that and talk to me about where you are in life or whatever you want to talk about. Maybe it'll make a difference to somebody else. That's all I'm trying to do here, is make a difference to somebody else, and help myself along the way. Okay, I'm helping myself too. This doesn't hurt me to get out, break my arm holding this camera up, wear myself out, sweating like a pig underneath this, because the weather's so unpredictable. And thanks for watching. Be sure you check out the last first episode of Wholistic Fly Fisher, and do the membership button if you want to see some really cool stuff. In the future, we're gonna really start filtering over some good hardcore content into the holistic side, the membership side. And over there on the membership side, there's no commercials, so you would like that too. Thanks guys, young and old. Thanks for watching the Holistic Fly Fisher. And I want you guys to have a great week this week. I'll be putting some more of these out when the weather clears. Over and out.